All right, welcome to a new episode. In this episode, I'm going to be painting the underside of the car some more. I got some undercoater that I'm going to be spraying in there. Just with how filming goes under vehicles, I'm not going to bother. I'll just show you really quick what I'm doing. And then we're going to move on to some of the rear end stuff, get that sorted out. So this episode will be that huge pile of parts I've shown you guys in the past couple episodes. So I'm just going to go ahead and spray some of this professional undercoater from Rust-Oleum underneath the car. I want to get all this sprayed in before I install all of those rear end pieces. I just want it to be a little bit more soundproofed, a little bit quieter inside the cabin, just make it nice and comfortable. So I'm going to spray that really quick. So this is a panel I wanted to replace basically. They're kind of hard to find and I just decided it'd be better to make my own anyway. So what I ended up doing is grabbing a new sheet from the hardware store. Very, very similar stuff. I think this is called melamine. I'm not entirely sure. I don't really remember. But this is pretty much the exact same stuff, just slightly thinner than this. So my plan is to cut this section out here, graft on a little bit on the top here to fulfill the circle. Funny enough, this bottom is actually flat already. I don't know why it was that way. The back is completely a circle and nothing's fouling on it. So the only thing I can think of is maybe this rear panel goes down somehow and interferes with that. So I'm just going to keep it the same. I'm going to keep that notch on the bottom, but I will cut out a section here to fill the top in, and then maybe use the rest of this to bond in between both panels, strengthen it all, since it is slightly thinner. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. So I just finished creating this panel. Here's the old one right here. You can see how warped it is. This totally wouldn't lie flat at all. Heavily warped, really stained, just kind of gross. So I went ahead and made this new panel. And it looks pretty dang good. I got the holes cut out, whole circle done. I put kill mat over the whole thing. Just keep it nice and quiet. So I'm pretty happy with that. All I need to do now is attach the Velcro to the back side, just like the original panel has. Strangely, it only had 3 little pieces. So I got a whole Velcro strip. I'll use a bit more than that. So I was able to finish all of the brackets. I got everything all painted. A lot of the nuts and bolts are all cleaned up. Bought a lot of new ones as well. Mustache bar is ready. The cross member is getting really close. A-arms, obviously you'll go into the cross member. I'll film all this when I get to it. I have a couple things that I want to show you guys first, couple upgrades to the shop. So first big upgrade, I got a new tool chest. I'm just holding everything in here, getting it all organized, get this place cleaned up a little bit. This is just, it's gonna help me with the project, just get along further, do everything in an organized manner, and just clean the place up a bit. So I'm happy to have that toolbox, that's pretty awesome. Now, toolbox aside, you guys have probably seen these. I don't know if I mentioned them in a past episode. These are Aerocat hood latches. These are kind of a 3-piece design. You have to build a bracket from the underside of the hood. This pin goes into the latch itself, which snaps shut. Very secure, very, very safe. There'll be one on each side, and these last for years and years. Very good quality, made in the United Kingdom. I went ahead and marked out where I want them to land. Now, it would be better to put them closer to the edge, right about here. That way the brackets that I'm gonna have to build won't have to come out quite as far. However, this structural piece is right here and I don't want to compromise the strength. So I'm gonna move it in further. I've got it marked out as close as I can fit it. right here. So this piece will go on the top of the hood, and will sandwich in between. The hood will go here, right? This will sandwich over and screw together, clamping it onto the hood. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these out. I've got some holes drilled on this side already, just so I can get a saw blade in here. But you can see the markings for where I'm gonna have to cut out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So you guys saw me just grind these out. I went a little crazy and just kept working. Forgot to film all of it, so sorry about that. Got them ground down. Everything's nice and smooth. Knocked down some of this paint, the primer, and the glazing putty. Made it nice and flush. Everything's looking good, feeling good. Obviously, I'll reprime the hood, but I want to block sand it first a little bit, clean up more of this, but the hood pins are in the hood. I just need to make those support brackets that go from the underside to get the aluminum pins that they clip into. But with this, I'm pretty pleased that I think it looks pretty good. Really good news. As you guys can see, this differential is bolted in now. I still have the jack under there. There's a couple bolts that aren't in it, but it's in there. I had my dad help me and one of my friends, Spencer. So big thanks to them. This is pretty heavy and it'd be hard to do alone, so it's glad to have their help. So I'm actually going to be having Vladimir, the guy who makes these kits from Invincible Extremes. He's going to be coming up to help me in the next week or two. I'm gonna get the differential all figured out, all the bolts completely lined up and everything. This is a super tight fit and some of the holes are just barely off. So he's gonna come down and help me for the day. After that, I'll put in control arms, calipers, all that stuff. That's coming in the next episode. I got what I wanted to get done. I at least got the main differential and all the bracketry and mustache bar and everything. Pretty happy about that. So, thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions, write them down below in the comments section, and I'll catch you guys very soon.